auspicious greetings to the newlyweds. I hope I'm not interrupting. What happened? Was there a break-in or a confrontation of sorts?
No, it was me.
Well, that's most unexpected.
It keeps happening, you know. I get all this anger and I'm trying to shut it down. It just keeps getting worse. So I don't know what's happening to me. Stuff like this happened all the time after my accident. Just I had no control, and when I got mad, I acted out. It's actually how I met Sonny.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, it was the first night I was at the hospital. It was at Luke's old club, and AJ dragged me along, and I just completely lost it. I started yelling, and I flipped a table, and you know, everybody was quiet and looked at me like I was some kind of freak. I was outside, and that's when Sonny came out and gave me money for a cab to get home.
I was very generous.
He wasn't afraid of me. You know, he didn't act like getting mad was proof that I was brain damaged. He said he got angry like that all the time.
I always assumed that Mr. Sir was the more volatile of you two, but I mean, it explains why he showed you such acceptance.
See, but getting emotional, you make mistakes, and you make mistakes, you get killed, so it's like I had to train myself to totally shut down. It just doesn't work anymore. You know, I can't detach. I can't even think.
Oh, Stone Cold, you seem pretty rational.
Yeah, but how long was I staring at that symbol Franco painted? I mean, how easy was that? It was a circle. Go back to the beginning.
Look, the jackal, I mean, yes, I'm by no means an experienced cryptographer, but I couldn't decipher it either.
Yeah, but that wasn't for you to figure out, Spinelli. It was for me to figure out, and by the time I did, the mayor was in my face. I know the guy's not a threat. He loves to hear himself talk. Why did I jump him?
Do you remember the moment? Do you remember what led you to the violence?
Yeah, he said he was going to run a story on Franco, and I wanted to shut him up, and I didn't think, and I grabbed him. And the same thing happened to the PCPD. He said he was going to run a story on Michael. I wanted to shut him up. I grabbed him, and I slammed him on a table.
Yeah, that perhaps was inadvisable.
It was stupid. I got myself locked up. I left Sam all alone. I almost left her unprotected again.
Me when I've been hopelessly confused. Maybe I could do the same for you.
I don't know what you can do.
Well, perhaps we should retrace your steps, as it were, you know? What's the first time you remember significantly losing control?
It's Hawaii.
Okay. Before or after Franco made his appearance?
It was after.
And the other incidents, are they likewise connected to Franco?
Yeah.
Then it would seem that Franco's the trigger, although there's a flaw in that hypothesis because, I mean, despite any emotional trauma you suffered from previous skirmishes, you were able to shut down, as you put it.
I know, but that's the, I mean, that's a strange thing because I never minded being shot at or having my life on the line because in those situations, everything became very simple and clear to me, and I didn't have to think about it. I knew exactly what to do. Just, I didn't realize that I could lose that. I get so confused, and every mistake I make hurts somebody I love.
It's as if a superhero who was grounded.
What?
Well, a superhero who has the power to fly. For whatever reason, he loses that, right? But yet he still expects it of himself. He knows he can fly. He wants to fly. But for whatever reason, he remains grounded.
I know you're trying to help, but I really don't know anything about superheroes.
Your power, as you describe it, is to detach. But for whatever reason, it is failing you in this encounter. So we need to figure out why this encounter is different from the others.
I don't know.
Perhaps your opponent has found ways to exploit your weaknesses, push your... Maybe it's the simple yet powerful bond of matrimony which has left you more vulnerable. I mean, after all, it was on your honeymoon that
Just stop with the honeymoon, okay?
Deepest apologies.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to unload like this on you.
Isn't that a linchpin of friendship? We have the mutual trust which enables us to confide, forgive.
You're a good friend to me, Spinelli. And I trust you. I just can't trust myself. Hey.
Hi. I didn't think you were gonna be home. I was just gonna leave you a message. How'd you get out?
Yeah, Alexis was able to get the charges dropped. How's Abby?
She's gone. Jason, they weren't able to save her.
How's Michael?
Well, he's blaming himself, and he won't listen to me when I say that it's not his fault. He didn't even get to say goodbye. We tried so hard to get here in time. We were just too late.
Okay, I'm gonna try to get a flight out tonight. You know, somebody's here. I gotta go. I love you.
I love you too.
I know it's late. I'm sorry.
It's okay. Come on in. What's going on?
Robin said that she saw you at the jail, and she's worried. Quite frankly, I am too.
I'm fine.
Well, you have missed your checkup after surgery, and you haven't rescheduled.
I've been busy.
Yeah, I know you. Well, you just got back from the honeymoon, but still, it's not something you should skip, Jason. Really, it's important. And now, this jail thing...
It was nothing. The charges were dropped.
Well, that's a relief. Did you do all this? Because, Jason, I mean, these bouts of anger that you've had lately, it's just not you.
Can you just leave it alone?
I just told him.
Oh, I know that you're under a lot of pressure, but... And I also know that I don't carry a lot of weight as a mother, but as a doctor, Jason, I'm gonna really insist that you go for that checkup. It is so important. Look, I have the name of a specialist. He's already talked to Patrick about your case. Would you please give him a call?